A very good morning to all of you. This is your mathematics class, and today we are going to start a new exercise 6.3. Before starting this exercise, I want to tell you that I explained some properties of squares and square roots. So some of these questions are completely based on those properties. So please remember those properties and try to solve the questions. Let us move towards the exercise, and here is the question number 1 of exercise 6.3. Question number 1 is, what could be the possible ones digit of the square root of each of the following numbers? I explained you the square root, so for this you have to tell that ones digit of the square root of each of the following numbers. Here you have 9801. You have the number 9801, and you have to tell the ones digit of the square root. So basically you need to observe the unit digit. Here you can see that unit digit it is 1. Now square of 1 is always 1, and square root of 1 is always 1. So for this the unit digit will be 1. The next is 99,856. Since unit digit of square numbers are 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. These are the unit digits of square of numbers. Okay, therefore the possible unit digit of the number 99,856 is 6, because square of 6 is equal to 36. Here also the unit digit is 6. Similarly you can find out the unit digit for the part 3rd and part 4th. Let us move towards the next question. Question number 2. Without doing any calculation, find the numbers which are surely not perfect squares. Which are surely not perfect square. So I have explained the property that no perfect square will end 2, 3, 7 and 8. Perfect square never will end with these digits. These are the unit digit for the perfect squares. So for part first, here is 153. In this number the unit digit is 3, so it is not a perfect square number, because here is 3. Means these 4 digits are those digits which never will be the perfect unit place of the perfect square. So the number those end with these digits 2, 3, 7, 8, they never be perfect square. The next part is 257. Also 7 is present here, and in this number 7 is the unit digit. If there is the unit digit is 7, so it is not a perfect square. Similarly here is 8, so this is also not the perfect square. 441, 1 is at the unit place, so it would be a perfect square number. 441 would be a perfect square number, because in the number 441 1 is at the unit digit, and 1 is the unit digit for the perfect square. So this will be the perfect square, but these three numbers are not the perfect square. I hope all of you understand all these questions, and also explain the properties regarding these topics. I was talking about these properties, so remember those properties and try to solve all the questions and do yourself and complete your notebook. Question number 3. Find the square roots of 100 and 169 by the method of repeated subtraction. Repeated subtraction, I have explained you repeated subtraction in the previous video, and also I have explained this question. Let us move towards the next question. Question number 4. In the question number 4, find the square roots of the following number by the prime factorization method. So basically, what is the prime factorization method? There are some steps for finding the square root of the number by prime factorization method. So we will discuss those steps. See, here you have to find the square root of 729. I hope all of you have studied about prime factorization method. We will revise it here again. See, to find the square root by prime factorization method, firstly you have to write the prime factorization of the given number. Means, let us see the solution of this question. Here is the prime factorization of 729. For doing the prime factorization of 729, you have to select the least number which divides 729, and 3 will be the least number that divides 729. When we divide 729 by 3, we got 243. Again, 3 is the least digit which divides 243, and after dividing 243 by 3, we will get 81. Now the least number that divide 81 is 3 by 27. Now 3 9s are 27, 3 3s are 9, and 3 1s are 3. So this is the prime factorization. After doing the prime factorization of the number being the perfect square will have one or more pairs of the same prime factors. Okay, one or more pairs of the same prime factors. So see, firstly you need to write down all the numbers that of the prime factorization. See, here is 3, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 6 times is 3, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. Here 6 times is 3, and we have to do the we have to find out the square root of 729. The prime factorization of 729 is 3 multiplied by 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 3. Also we have to put the sign of square root on these prime factorization. After that you have to make pairs of the same number. See, here 3 and 3 pair means when two things combines each other, then it makes a pair. For example, your shoes there are two shoes and together they making the pair of shoes. So to making the pair, we have to we have at least two things. So this is 3 and 3, one pair. After making the pair, it will come outside of the square root. So this is 3 after the pairing. The next pair is 3 into 3. This is the next pair. And for this pair, he is 3 outside the square root. And this is the next pair of 3. And this is 3 outside the root after pairing. So this is 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 3. Now multiply the factors selected. The product will be the square root of the number. Means you have to do the product of this number. 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. 9 multiplied by 3 is 27. So 27 is the square root of 729. I hope all of you understand this method. Firstly you have to find out the prime factorization. After finding the prime factorization, the number being the perfect square will have one or more pairs of the same prime factors. Pick up and write one factor from each pair. Write one factor from each pair. There are two, so we will write it only once. There are 2 3s, we will write only once. Also there are 2 3s, so we will write only ones. After doing the after writing the one factor from each pair, then we have to do the product, and that will be the perfect square. The product will be the perfect square of the number. So this is the method by the to find out the square root by the prime factorization method. Similarly, you can find the square root for all the numbers. You need to do yourself. You have to try yourself and keep practicing. After practicing, you will get the method. Let us move towards the next question. Question number 5. Question number 5 is, for each of the following numbers, find the smallest whole number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square number. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. Means firstly you have to find out the square root by the prime factorization method. After that you have to tell that what number we have to multiply to make the number perfect square. After making the perfect square of that number, we have to find out the square root of the number. Let us consider. We will pick up one part of this question. Here is the solution for this question. Here is 180, which is the second part of question number 5. First of all, 100, we have to do the prime factorization of 180. After doing the prime factorization of 180, we will get these prime factors. Means 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 3 multiply by 5. These are the prime factors of 180. Now you have to make the pair. See, here are 2 2's. Means these 2 2's making a pair, so we can write it only once. The next is pair of 3. We can write it only once. But here 5 has no pair. Okay, the prime factor 5 has no pair. So we have to multiply this 180 by 5 to making a perfect square. Okay, means the prime factor which not have the pair, we will multiply that number by the given number. So we will multiply this 180 by 5. After multiplying 180 by 5, we will get 900. Now 900 is the perfect square, but we have to find the square root of this 900. For this, there is the similar method. You have to do the prime factorization of this method. After doing the prime factorization, you will get the prime factors as 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 3 multiply by 5 multiply by 5. Now these 2's are making pair, so we will write it only once, and these 3's are making a pair, so we will write it only once, and these 5's are making a pair, so we will write it only once. Now 2 multiply by 3's multiply by 5 is equal to 30. So 30 is the perfect square of 900. I hope all of you understand. Let us move towards the next question. One more thing, you can do all the questions by the in the similar way, and you have to try yourself. The next question is, for each of the following numbers, find the smallest whole number by which it should be divided so as to get a perfect square. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. See, this is like as question number 5, but in question number 5 you were asked that which it should be multiplied, and in question number 6 you are asked that which it should be divided. But we will solve it in the similar way. Let us pick up one part of this question and we'll try to solve it. This is question number 6, and we are picking up part third, that is 396. First of all, we have to find out the prime factors of 396. So these are the prime factors of 396. Now these 2's are making a pair and these 3's are making a pair, but 11 has no pair. If 11 has no pair, then we have to divide this number by the number which have no pair. Means in this question we have to divide this 396 by 11. Always memorize that we will divide the given number by the number which is not making any pair. So here 11 is the number which is not making any pair. So we will divide 396 by 11. After dividing 396 by 11, we got 36. Now we have to find out the perfect square root of 36. See, you can do the prime factorization of this 36. 2 18, 2 9's are 18, 3 3's are 9 and 3 3's are 1. 2, here is 2 and this 3 is making a pair, so here is 3. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So 6 is the square root of 36. You can solve all the questions in the similar way. Means you can solve all the part of these questions in the similar way, and you have to do yourself. After doing that, you can note down in your fair notebook. Let us move towards the question number 7. Question number 7 is, the student of class 8th of a school donated rupees 2401 in all for Prime Minister's National Relief Fund. Each student donated as many rupees as the number of students. Read carefully this line. Each student donated as many rupees as the number of students in the class. Means here they collect as many rupees as the number of students present in the class. Now we have to find the number of students in the class. So to solve that, first of all, the student of class 8th of a school donated 2401 rupees. So the donated money is 2401 rupees. Donated money is 2401 rupees. But we don't know the number of students. So we are considering the number of students. So the number of students be x. We are considering the number of students be x. But question is saying that they donated as many rupees as the number of students. So we will multiply this x by this x, because we have to according to question we have to find the donated money, that is x is equal to x, because the question is saying that as many rupees as the number of students, and the number of students are x. If the number of students are x, means जितने students हैं उतने ही उन्होंने पैसे collect किए हैं. So we will multiply this x by x. These are the number of students and these are the money, donated money. So x multiplied by x is equal to x square. If x square, but in the question you are given that donated money is 2401. So we will put 2401 equal to x square. We will put these values equal. So after doing the here x square is equal to 2401. So by the inverse method, x is equal to square root of 2401. You have to do the prime factorization of this 2401. After that you will get the value of x is 49. So the number of students is 49. I hope all of you understand this question. Still, if you have any problem, then you can message me and ask. Let us move towards the next question. That is question number 8. 2025 plants are to be planted in a garden in such a way that Each row contains as many plants as the number of rows. Find the number of rows and the number of each plants. This question is as similar seventh question. This question is like a seventh question. So you can solve this question as we did the seventh question, because also in this question you are saying that each row contains as many plants as number of rows. So total number of rows are x. If total number of rows are x, then plants also are x. This will equal to x square. But the question is saying plants are 2025. So we will put equal x square and 2025. After that you have to find out the square root of 2025, and that will be the, after finding the square root of 2025 will be the answer for the question number 8. Let us see the question number 9. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the number 4, 9 and 10. Means we have to find out the smallest number that will be divisible by 4, 9 and 10 also. So to solve this question, firstly we have to find the LCM of 4, 9 and 10. See, firstly we are finding the LCM of 4, 9 and 10. I hope all of you know how to find the LCM of any number. So the LCM of 4, 9 and 10 is 180. Now we have to find the number that is divisible by all these numbers. So to find the number, firstly we found the LCM. Now you have to do the prime factorization of 180. So the prime factors of 180 are 2 multiplied by 2, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 5. As you can see that these 2's are making a pair, also these 3's are making a pair, but this 5 is not making any pair. So we will multiply this 180 by 5 to make it a perfect square. So 180 multiplied by 5 is equal to 900. So the 900 is the smallest number. 900 is the smallest number which is divisible by 4, 9 and 10. You can try this. 4, 9 and 10 will divide 900, and this will be the smallest number that is divisible by 4, 9 and 10. I hope all of you understand by here. Still, if you have any problem, then you are free to ask. Remaining question you have to try by yourself, and also you can do these questions in your fair notebook. Please complete your notebooks and keep practicing